Can you summon the Wither in Survival Superflat? In my last video, we set out to answer a question of whether or not something was possible. Could you survive in an area which at first glance holds nothing for us but an infinite amount of dirt and slime? But now that we know that you can, one of the next natural questions comes to mind in the form of a challenge. In Minecraft default, there are objectives that lead you to a conclusion. While you can choose to do whatever you like, the game sets the player on a path towards a seemingly inevitable encounter with the Ender Dragon. There is no such parallel challenge in Superflat. Or is there? There is another entity in the Minecraft world, and unlike the former, he is gritty, he's messy, super aggressive, unbelievably powerful, and frightening beyond belief in an imminent sort of way. While fighting the Ender Dragon seems more like challenging the Queen to her right to rule in the throne room, this creature seems more like defending yourself against a psychotic mugger trying to stab you in a dark alleyway. This is the Wither. I first summoned the Wither in 2012 when I was still new to the game, having no idea what to expect. I did it on my server that people now know for projects like mining over 1 million endstone, or my base series. During this time, I hadn't even beat the Ender Dragon yet. The Wither stunned me with movements, aggression, and attacks unlike anything I'd ever encountered in Minecraft before. With shocked nerves, I tried my best, but it ended up being a close defeat. With luck, most of my gear hadn't been blown up. I recovered it and finished him off. Minecraft is a desolate, lonely, and fascinating world to explore. The atmosphere the game provides has a placid feeling that envelops you, that asserts itself in both a calm equanimity and a creeping terror. Like a brilliant plot that throws you off your feet, the designers of Minecraft added the Wither to cut through that ambiance in a moment, like the shattering of glass. Meeting the Wither for the first time is an experience I will never forget. But in Superflat, can we defeat him? Are the resources available to gear up, hunt for his components, and summon and defeat him in a semi-reasonable amount of time? That's what we're here to figure out.
Why?
So let's pick up where we left off, shall we? In the last video, aside from getting a sizable amount of information wrong, We played Superflat up to the point of entering the Nether and raiding a Nether fortress. My resources, particularly iron, were somewhat spent, and the slimes kept coming. Slime chunk-wise, I seem to have picked a horrible village to call home, and since the only thing holding me to it was the placed portal, I decided we better be moving on. The village raiding ensued. More of what happened last episode: carrot and potato gathering, trading, wood gathering, and leading slimes to iron golems to kill them. I made an impatient decision to start fighting the iron golems myself with the slimes, and with some initial success at first, what happened pretty soon after is probably everyone's guess. Oh no! Where am I? Oh no! I'm not in the right village, am I? Oh, I've got to get back. Oh no. Dude, if I lose my stuff, I'm quitting. There we are. There we go. Everything but the helmet. Where's the helmet? Did you get on that thing? After I learned my lesson, I decided to keep attacking them, obviously, but with more cautiousness. I avoided death and eventually dropped the practice entirely. The slimes were really starting to get on my nerves. Sometimes you had mere seconds to finish up your trading with villagers before the big fat dumb idiots swarmed you with their nauseating, gelatinous square bodies. If we were to find an eventual permanent new home, it should be one with a minimal amount of slime chunks that we can spawn-proof quickly. I opened up the slime finder from Chunk Base and found some good spots negative 20,000 blocks out in the z-axis, 0 for the x-coordinate. This would be a useful position for accessing nether fortresses. I kept it on in the background and kept heading toward that general area. I realized at some point I had left my stack of books somewhere. It was totally gone. If I was to fight the Wither, I needed enchanting, and now I was set back possibly hours. Since my emeralds and trades were almost set, I started just moving from village to village quicker, scanning for libraries. I rapidly approached my intended destination, and as we arrived, I was still one library short of the books I needed. The area had a cluster of 3 villages close to each other, and on the second one explored, I found my final library and my new home. I checked the slime chunks, and they were pretty good. Other than one right in the middle of the center of the village, we had 6 in the general area to spawn-proof in order to make the village relatively slime-free. While gathering and planting more trees, I came to the realization that it probably would be better to enchant a diamond shovel for efficiency 4 to insta-mine the 3 layers of dirt down to bedrock for each slime chunk, as opposed to half slabbing them. Oak wood is bad. Those trees turn into the monster trees that are so hard to get rid of much faster than I had anticipated. I was lucky enough to get a dark oak sapling trade from the wandering villager at one point, so I started my first tree and slowly transitioned over. With my steak gone and only 24 pork chop and 32 bread, I realized I was running out of food, so I constructed a large pen for cows. With none in my village, I searched the other 2 villages. Nothing. But they had pigs, so I decided to forego the leather bonus. We needed to get this food source going now. I lead the pigs through the slimes into the pen and construct a large farming plot for potatoes and carrots in order to get the pigs to multiply. Gross. I build an enchanting room and a ladder that will eventually lead up to a mob grinder. After viewing a few designs, I decided finding redstone trades were not worth the trouble and went with the traditional redstone list design that I had first built 8 years ago on my server. All we needed was water, trapdoors, lots of wood, and some torches for the roof. Things were starting to deteriorate. I had only 20 bread left, and from our abysmal amount of carrots and potatoes, we were still growing them to fill the whole space of my farm plot, and had barely bred the pigs. Despite this, I finished work on my mob grinder and grind enough levels to enchant. I had bad luck with my first diamond shovel, but nevertheless began work on slime-proofing slime chunks. I would half slab the chunk in the middle of the village, and use the shovel on the rest. The shovel was completely spent after proofing only 2 slime chunks, but with the next enchantment, I struck gold and got what I wanted. This shovel would last the next 6 slime chunks, which would be enough for the rest of my spawn-proofing goals. As I'm spawn-proofing the slime chunks, I run out of food completely. I have nothing. I'm trying to spawn-proof the chunks while getting attacked by slimes and starving. I run back to the pen to eat a few carrots to try and finish my work, but to no avail. I am starving. I'm almost dead, and in a moment of utter defeat, I retreat back to the pen and end my recording session prematurely. For the next couple hours while I'm doing real life stuff, I semi-AFK the farming and pen area off camera, growing the crops and getting a sizable pig population going. We return, do another round of dark oak, and head to the mob grinder to finally craft armor pieces and a sword out of the diamond we have left, using iron for the missing pieces we don't have enough diamonds for. I get mixed results, not too pleasing, though the sword got smite 4, so I decided to stick with it. Since we had more lapis, I decided to try my luck with 2 bows and 2 more iron swords. I got what I needed more than anything. Looting 3 with Bane of Arthropods. Are you fracking kidding? We got smite 5 on the last iron sword, and unable to determine if a smite 4 diamond or smite 5 iron was better, we decided to stick with the diamond. With luck on our side in getting power 4 on our first bow, it seemed that we were finally properly geared for the challenge. We light a portal and head into the nether. Right away, we see a nether fortress with a beautiful long exposed section, perfect for wither skull hunting. I terrifyingly bridge over the lava lake, using wood planks in my infinite wisdom, get gunned by a blaze from a completely unreasonable distance, finish the bridge, and get to the fortress. A few minutes into hunting, something I have never ever experienced before happened. Oh my god. What? 2? Oh my god. I just got 2. Oh my god. Oh my god. What the hell? Okay, well that's easy. According to my math, which could be wrong because I'm dumb, getting 2 wither skeleton skulls in a row with looting 3 has a 0.3025% chance of happening. I've been playing the game for 8 years and I have never witnessed this happen. Bless the Lord. I didn't get my 3rd skull until 40 minutes later, so the whole thing balanced out a little. Except maybe not. I had good enchants on my iron boots and was 1 diamond short of making legs, so I decided to make and enchant 2 diamond axes since they're apparently more powerful than swords now. Crap. We stuck with the sword. This was it. Our entire journey. All of our effort, all of our work, sweat, and tears had led up to this moment. I decided that I didn't want the aid/possible chaos of spawning it in a village, or even near slimes to possibly distract it. It would just be me. And it would just be him. On my 1.7 server, I'm 100% assured I can take out a wither, even 2, without notch apples. But when it comes to the 1.9 plus combat system, I suck. And with these underpowered enchantments and iron armor pieces, 3 golden apples, and 1 instant health potion dropped by a witch, I wasn't sure at all who was going to come out on top. It was time to find out. This seems okay. Let's get it done. Oh my god. We did it. We beat the Wither. Oh, my heart's hammering. And a slime for a victory laugh. Oh, shaky, shaky, shaky. Whoa. Oh, God. If you saw my health there at the end, oh my goodness. I was just like, I don't know if I had 3 hearts or 2. I didn't even look at his health. I just kind of zoned in and just went click, 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 and aimed and timed it. Oh man. We did it. That's Superflat. That's the end of the game. How are these villagers stuck in my pig pen? What are you guys doing? Oh yeah, there's grass blocks over there. That's how they got in. Well, now you guys are stuck there. So, enjoy eating pig trough. I guess we just beat Superflat Minecraft. Feeling pretty good? It was really close, really nerve-wracking. That healing potion really came in handy. I want to thank that witch I killed. So, if I could wrap this all up with a bow, what would I say? While I thought Superflat might be potentially boring, and of course some of it was, the journey had an underrated, redeeming quality underlining the entire experience. The possibilities in Superflat are amazing, with all the farms you could potentially build and the resources available. You could build towering downtown sectors, a village metropolis that spreads thousands of miles by just spreading the villages out and linking them together with buildings, roads, and furnishings. Many might expect in the absence of the abundance of nature in default Minecraft, we would be inspirationless in a flat void. But where some see darkness and nothing, some of us saw the apex of potential and creativity. It's almost as if the empty and space-like potential of the End Void is right there in our overworld, complete with its own boss that is so to my liking, I prefer it over the Ender Dragon. So can you beat the Wither in Superflat Survival Minecraft? Yes. And while we have accomplished this and can proceed to build farms and structures that stretch from the bottom of the world to the top without having to terraform, as well as all the other potential ideas that I mentioned, it's safe to say we've largely explored Superflat's possibilities to a reasonable extent, so we will put it on the shelf for now. Hey guys, thanks for watching. 14 billion years ago, the universe suddenly expanded from the point of a singularity. The expansion, or bang, was so incredible we can still perceive the residual energy from the wake of the explosion today. It's called the cosmic microwave background radiation, and it was discovered by 2 American radio astronomers in 1964, though technically we heard it much earlier than that. When people turned on their radios, they could hear it in the form of static that fills the void when you aren't tuned into a station. You can see it here on this TV. Every time you looked at static on your television when you were a kid, you were staring into the birth of the universe. And if you sign up for my Patreon for just a couple bucks a month, you can get your name in the credits of videos, or access my Discord where you can recommend Minecraft video ideas that you would like to see. But regardless, thank you for the support, whether that's through Patreon, in the comments, or from your viewership. See you next time.